in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on third down, Stafford. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable. And sometimes this over the 40. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll be brought down right at the... So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
22!
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. He'll buy some time right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Akers. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Sliding out of the pocket, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dean Lowry, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
59! Hey, fly low! Big 20!
Play action, Stafford. Flush to his right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Now that'll be caught by Cup. Oh, good move. Touchdown, Rams. Matthew Stafford finding Cooper Kupp for the touchdown there. And the Rams get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Gay now set to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
He was brought down by David Long. 13 yards.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. The loss resulted.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So 3rd down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. 4th down, not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct, as his guys will get it at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Lazard's got it again. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers dancing to his left. He finds Watson complete. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Got it. They bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. To throw is Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing is Rodgers. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. He's got room at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers, catch made by Watson on the out route. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Rodgers now to throw. That's complete to Lazard. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
The kick by Crosby is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
Mason Crosby, the kickoff for Green Bay.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A final shot before the break. Stafford going up top for Cup. And got his man complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Jones. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
First and 10. Here's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Watson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to lead the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Rodgers going to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Rodgers now on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 29-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. A check down here to Jones. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. They go back to the ground with Jones. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Being chased out left. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just have nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, we try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go again here with Akers. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The Rams on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On third down, here's a run by Akers. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
That's good. 4 Rams. First down.
Stafford's going to give this to Akers. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Rashawn Gary that time through the line and getting the tackle for loss. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Now a give. Akers running left. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. A give up the middle to Akers. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Going right back to Akers. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
This one, no doubt, important for Matt Gay. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. And Gay knocks this one through. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Rodgers to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now Rodgers, escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. To throw is Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. Back to throw, Rodgers. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Back to throw. This complete to Jones. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 20-yard line. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams have just about sewn up this football game. Well, this game has now been short on entry, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Charles, in these lower scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king.
They weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you played mistake-free football. That led to the victory.